Why does Indonesia ban TikTok e-commerce? TikTok, a hugely popular short-form video platform, shut down its shop apparatus in Indonesia on Wednesday after the country banned commerce on social media platforms to protect local business owners, a setback for the app's new venture in a major market. The app itself was not banned in Indonesia, but people there could no longer buy or sell goods through TikTok or other social media platforms after the Trade Ministry issued new regulations last week. The rules, which essentially mandate the separation of e-commerce and social media, are meant to protect local merchants, prevent algorithms from dominating the market and stop the use of personal data for business purposes, the ministry said. Social media and social commerce cannot be combined, the country's Deputy Trade Minister Jerry Sambuaga said earlier this month, vowing to ban the mix. For Indonesia, banning the selling of goods on social media under new trade regulations is intended to quell threats to offline markets in Southeast Asia's biggest economy. Sambuaga specifically cited TikTok's live features that allow people to sell goods. He and other local ministers have been highlighting their concerns over TikTok Shop playing a role in the downslide of local MSMEs and traditional markets. Even the country's president, Joko Widodo, has been voicing his concerns over e-commerce sellers using predatory pricing on social media platforms, threatening offline markets in Indonesia. TikTok is supposed to be a social media, not an economic media, he said during a trip to East Kalimantan last week. Current trade regulations in Indonesia do not specifically cover direct transactions on social media. Revisions to the trade regulations that are currently underway will firmly and explicitly ban this, Sambuaga told Parliament earlier this month. Trade Minister Zulkifli Hasan said the move, directed at ByteDance Limited's TikTok, would mean companies can only advertise products but not conduct direct transactions. For context, Indonesia is home to 64.2 million micro, small, and medium enterprises that contribute to 61% of its gross domestic product. A week before the ban was announced, Southeast Asia's largest wholesale market, Tanah Abang, came under inspection. Sellers at the market in the capital, Jakarta, were experiencing a more than 50% loss of profits because they could not compete with imported products sold online at much lower prices, according to Minister of Cooperatives and Small and Medium Enterprises Teten Mas Duki. He said TikTok was involved in predatory pricing that caused damages to local small and medium-sized businesses, and that the new regulation will justly regulate fair trade online and offline. Indonesia has 125 million TikTok users. Its e-commerce market is growing rapidly. Transactions in the country were worth about $52 billion last year, and about $2.5 billion of that was on TikTok, according to Momentum Works, a consulting firm in Singapore. No other social media platform had a comparable share of the country's e-commerce market. The crackdown in Indonesia, home to 6 million sellers on TikTok, could increase the pressure on TikTok Shop in the other countries where it operates. TikTok Shop is available in Britain, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, according to its website. In the United States, where the company says it has 150 million users, the shopping feature began rolling out in August and will be available to all by early October. The Indonesian e-commerce market is dominated by Shopee, a Singapore-based website, and Tokopedia, run by an Indonesian technology company, Momentum Works said. Meta, which also runs e-commerce stores on its social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Indonesia's new regulations. Indonesia's new rule is an obstacle to TikTok's ambitions to grow in Southeast Asia, where it has about 325 million users. The country's protectionist measures also add to the government backlashes that TikTok has faced elsewhere. Lawmakers in Australia, Canada, Europe and the United States have restricted access to TikTok, owned by China's ByteDance, for political and security reasons. After TikTok Shop closed in Indonesia on Wednesday, the government thanked the company in a statement for complying with its regulations, adding that TikTok and other platforms were welcome to pursue e-commerce separately from social media networks.